Hello and welcome to the tutorial video on how to use the new EIA API tool that pulls two kinds of reports. We have the first one that has natural gas prices and the second one which pulls generation data for individual units across the US. So to find this program, go ahead and navigate to the company SharePoint page. Go over to company documents on the side. And then the program is found in data management folder. And then we've got two here, don't be confused. Today we're looking at the EIA API tool, so go ahead and click on that. Then we've got a couple of things here. We have the actual tool that we'll go ahead and download to our computer, and we also have the installation instructions. So just click on this and then download it in the top corner. And then once it is downloaded to your device, go ahead and open that up. Alright, so here is the starting page of our program. And then if you look at the top, the first thing we're going to do is select a report type. Like I said, there's two different types of reports. There's the natural gas prices based on balancing authority and the electric power operations based on all of the units across the US. So we'll start with the natural gas prices. Again, a similar look to the KISO program. We're going to select where we want our file to end up. I'm going to go for the same spot here to my test folder. And then we also have the option to choose any kind of time zone. Go with mountain time, I'm a little biased. And then you can also choose your start date. I'm going to go ahead and do just a few months here. Oh, that's a few years. We'll go to May. May 1st. And that is my end date. And then the balancing authority code, go ahead and just type in manually. Let's do Pacific Court East for this example. And then go ahead and submit, and you'll see this little running sign. And as long as that's up, you can rest assured that the data is being pulled, even if it takes a minute. And then once it's done, it'll say finish, and go ahead and navigate back to your local drive to where you had it downloaded. And you can see we have the balancing authority with the date that we requested the data. So let's open that up. And then here is what we have. So we have our timestamp, or just the start of the interval, our balancing authority code, and then we have the demand forecast, the demand generation, net generation, and total interchange. So all of these values here for you just on the sheet. Alright, and once we're satisfied with this one, let's go ahead and check out the other type of chart, or the other reports, the electric power operations. This one looks slightly different, but we're still going to keep, you can either keep your same output file path if you're going to do both types of reports, or you can choose a different one. And then the electric power operations report only has been requested to come in annual intervals. So go ahead and choose whatever years you want. I'm going to start with 2015. If you want just 1 year of data, you can choose the same for the start and the end year. It'll capture the whole year, but I want 5 years. And then we're going to look at our unit selection here. The font is tiny. So it's listed, it's sorted by state. So let's look at Utah. Go ahead and click on this plus, and then it's got all of the different units listed here. So let's find a couple of good ones. Spanish Fork. Let's check out Logan City and Kennecott Power Plant. So we're going to look at those three. Actually, let's get one from another state. Let's get one from Georgia. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click on that one as well and submit it. Oh wow, that was really fast. Okay, let's check it out. Now let's say I select a bunch and like, oh, I don't want these anymore. You can just reset your selection and then start over. So let's say I want a couple from Florida now. I'll select those two, and I want to change my dates. I only actually want 1 year. Submit it again. It'll go ahead and run. And then here it is in our folder. You can see all of the listed plants as well as the dates that you pulled it for. So let's go and open up our first one, see what it looks like. So we have our year. So we've got a handful of years here, and then it's mostly sorted by plant name. So we've got our 4, the Kennecott, or I say 5, Jessup Plant, Kennecott, Logan, Rainier, and Spanish Fork. You can see the states also listed in here. So some Utah, some Georgia. It's got the gross generation and the net generation labeled only as generation. There's the distinction between the two. And then we also have this fuel type description. So each of these come with a total. So for the Jessup plant in 2019, the total gross generation is this value right here. But if you want to break it up into some more detailed types of fuel generation, there's natural gas, which was this value, the residual fuel oil, and the wood waste solids. So most of these will have some sort of other option. Very interesting, but we can see Spanish Fork only has the one. So the value for, let's find two of the same years. So 2019, we're going to look at these two rows. So same year, same plant. You can see it's the same value between the total and the hydroelectric. So when you're doing your analyses on these, just make sure that you differentiate here. All right, and that is our program. You're welcome to switch back and forth between the two as you please. Just don't forget to reset that unit selection every time. And enjoy.